Hello YouTube, Simonas again, and again we are playing on Salernum, because last time I really did enjoy this map. So, taking my Roman guy with me, Germanicus, starting again with 2 melee units and 1 missile unit. I thought playing on the outskirts map was really fun, so I again deployed here. Just checking to see if that's the game I remember. Apparently no, it's not, so let's enjoy whatever is in store for us. Again, another cavalry fight happening on the top. Just pushing through and trying to see what I can see. Suddenly started to get bombarded by artillery. We're blobbing quite extensively here, but it's difficult to really do anything about it, so I just continue pushing up. Can't really run at this point because those boulders will just hit me in the back. Getting some pillar thrown at me. I try to do the same, but that's a lot of units over here, so throwing my own light pillar. The enemy is charging, so I respond with my own charge as well. His is heavy infantry charge. Mine was also, but the game didn't specify that for some reason. Repositioning my javelin men, so hitting them in the flank. Seeing that the other enemy engages. I have entered this too though and managed to exit it just in time for this charge. But I already taken a lot of damage. We do have artillery of our own, but I'm not sure on whose side it is really. Disengaging a little bit, seeing that I'm getting flanked. Some light pillar action also going on here. So I do have to block his charge with mine, and I ram into the flank. That of course means I will get charged myself. Master BJ here is trying to help me, though he shouldn't have probably engaged here because we really need something to ward off these units. So now we do get charged into our left flank. Not looking well all in all, especially seeing that these javelin men have been harassed by enemy artillery and all sorts of things. So the enemy does find a gap and chases me down. Another charge over here, although we do charge them from behind, so somewhat equal here. Again, infantry can't really chase javelin men or archers, so he has to retreat. He keeps pulling units back, and that's fine for him. We're still probably winning this engagement. He can always choose to go back and charge my back, and there's not much I can do about it. I am throwing my javelins, performing some friendly fire, but we're hurting more than we are hurting, hopefully. So just trying to hold in. We're surrounded and pinned in at this point. Again, enemy has 7 infantry units. We have 4 and the javelin man, which is pretty weak at this point. So just trying to run away with this javelin unit and hoping for some support over here. That was the main problem that I've had in this battle, is that I've charged in too early. That's the main problem I've been having overall. I see the enemy units, I feel forced to engage by the skirmishers, and I do. Still, I don't mind pulling back, and I should be pulling back, but when there's artillery charging, it's difficult to pull back from the boulders. With archers, sure you can retreat, you're gonna take damage, but you can win some time. But with artillery, it's quite difficult to do, so I'm still trying to work that out. I'm trying to increase and develop my patience in these fights, because we've definitely lost here. Sending that javelin unit into the city, where we meet some skirmishers and spearmen. I thought I could help here, but I don't know what these guys are doing. I've definitely told them to attack, but they just stood there and got shot, so. At least we look pretty. So yeah, didn't win in the city either. Not to mention we lost these outskirts. Still trying to do some cutesy things with charging from behind. And we can probably win here. Even have cavalry coming, so let's watch this charge. Definitely looks very powerful from the ground level. Unfortunately, I do use my last units in this engagement. It would have been nice to have them just so I would have something to markle with. But now we have these barbarians coming from the city. And the battle here seems to have turned. Unfortunately, as you can see, we got eliminated. We haven't had the time to we haven't lasted long enough to enjoy this turn back, so the enemy is still bombarding with artillery, so this guy is going to check out what's going on there. Still have a sizable force here, but we don't really know where the enemy is. We know at least some of it is approaching our base, and these units have actually routed. The only defense of these artillerymen here. Cavalry isn't doing much, but it's holding them so they can't shoot. Also, an uncomfortable position here. The hillside seems to be blocking most of the shots. The horsemen are somewhere around here and we don't even know where. But we make that push for the center ourselves, and we seem to be having an easier time with these barbarian horsemen. Barbarian is kind of rough, don't you think? I feel like auxiliary gives them much more dignity. But these are Germanic troops, not Roman. Still, barbarian sounds just mean, doesn't it? The wildmen. Maybe I'll try to call them the wildmen from this point on. Lots of javelin coming through. They do a lot of damage. All these units are pretty weak, but at least they are fast, so they can hold them off for the infantry to arrive. Which is what happens. Usually you can't catch them that easily. I'm pretty sure this unit just routed due to our own charge. So it's becoming a base race at this point. We're taking their capture point, they are taking ours. We are significantly outgunned though. Chasing some javelin men, perhaps not the best decision, because our only real chance to win is to cap this point. Didn't feel I did well in this battle, definitely needs some improvement. Not patient enough. But I don't know, what should I have done at that point? I'm getting harassed by missiles as well as artillery. What do you do? You kinda need to pull back, but you've already committed. It's definitely a difficult situation, so I'm still learning. I often do best when I refuse to engage and only engage at the last minute. So it seems that the enemy has a more sizable force at our capture point than we have at theirs. So this is game over. A pretty regular battle all in all. This is an example of what I how the game usually plays out. I do thank you for watching anyway, and we'll be bringing something more exciting next time. So thanks for watching, hope you're mildly entertained, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.